Hi guys, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today I want to talk about a very sensitive topic, which is polygamy. I know our women do not like to hear anything that has to do with polygamy, like I'm sharing my husband with another woman. Hello. Polygamy, to me, it's not about you sharing your husband, it's about every other woman having their own husband. So I'm talking from a place where I'm coming from. Kindly listen to me first before you judge. I know by the end of this, I may have more enemies amongst women looking at me, or perhaps I may have had one or two women change their mind about polygamy. So this is actually something that happened to me some times ago, 2017 to be precise. My husband told me he wanted to take a second wife. You know, the first reaction was for me to refuse, and I was very furious. I was down, depressed. I was fighting back, for some time. And then I brought myself down to ask him, why do you want to do this? He said he was doing it for jihad, and the person he wanted to marry was a widow. She had 2 children then. I did not allow him. I did all I could as a woman to make sure it doesn't happen. And he finally let go. And somehow, after the whole incident, I now started thinking, I had other friends too that now lost their husbands. And these were people that were younger than me. They had maybe 1 child, 2 children, they were young. And I kept thinking, okay, maybe because they were my friends and I had this empathy, like, how are they going to start all over again? There was absolutely no way they were going to start all over without getting married to someone who already had wives at home. And then I chilled, and then I started feeling guilty. It was eating me so much so that in 2018, one day in July, I just woke up. I told my husband, I told him, if you want to have another wife, you can have another wife. You can have somebody else. I will not interfere. You can actually, because my house cannot contain where the other person will stay, you can rent a house for her and be assured that you have my utmost support. I told him in 2018. He was taken aback. He was surprised, like, is it really me? I said, yes, I am. The reason I told you not to have another wife then was because I knew we were still managing. But because now I know things much more softer and easier for us, then you can have it by all means. It's not like I have, I'm living in luxury, but I know, alhamdulillah, if we need to eat, we are eating. If we need to pay our school fees and all that. So I allowed him. So man, sometimes in 2022, he died. He became late. My husband became late. And I would not sit down to start thinking of remarriage, but people will start talking about remarriage to me, and somehow I was now thinking, assuming I didn't allow him, I didn't free him and tell him, okay, you can have another and you have my support. I don't know which kind of guilty conscience I'll be sleeping and waking up with every day now. It's not like I'm saying I want to remarry, I'm not going to remarry. No. What my point is now is I do not know the kind of guilty conscience, knowing fully well that this man has left, and I'm having married people asking for my hand in marriage. Though I'm not going to say yes, I'm not saying I said yes or no to anybody. That is not the point here. What I'm pointing out now is, what kind of guilty conscience would I now be living with? Getting married to a second wife, third wife is not about you and your husband. It's about every other woman having their own husbands and reducing the fitna in the society. Come and ask me. I know exactly how it is for you not to have a husband. I'm not talking of those people that have side men outside. I'm not talking of those set of people. I'm talking of people who want to really protect their dignity and their chastity. So I do not know how you find this video, but if you find it beneficial, you can share it. And if you feel what I've said is not okay, you're free to comment on the section below, on the comment section below, or you can also make me see it from your own point of view. Thank you very much for listening.